Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, it's already Coffee Pot Week. Free Hunting Day is this weekend, and Judd Matheny sits down with Coffee County Sheriff Chad Parton. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Coffee Pot Week comes early this year as the Wildcats and the Raiders face off in Manchester, where the 0-1 Tullahoma looks to even out their record against their 1-0 Coffee County opponents. News Leader's John Gray spoke with Coach Sisk about the matchup.
Little insight on next week's ball game. Tell us who we're playing.
Oh man, I can't remember. Who is next week? Hey, look, I'm really excited about Coffee County. It's always a gigantic football game.
We going there?
We're going there. So Tullahoma headed to Coffee, and regardless, I said this Friday night, regardless of what anybody thinks, you're going to get the best from both teams.
And is that still a military? Is the military going to be involved in that game like they had past several years?
Yes, sir. As far as I know, it'll still be a rivalry series.
Rivalry series.
Yeah, so
yes.
It's one of the biggest rivalries, and that's a national
deal.
Yes.
So there'll be other contests going on during the week about doing push-ups and sit-ups and all kinds of stuff.
Listen, it's amazing. They get the student body involved. The neatest thing about it is at 7 o'clock on Friday, there'll be a football game too.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
But hey, it's always nice to have those great rivalries.
What's Coffee looking like this year? They going to have good football team?
I haven't started on them yet. I know that last Friday night, they beat Franklin County 10-7, which is a lot closer football game than what I would have expected.
Yeah.
And really don't know much about Franklin County or Coffee yet. That'll start when I get up out of this chair.
Yeah, that's right.
When I get up out of this chair, I'll head back and get started on them.
Yeah.
But hey, know that they've got good size. I know that they have a good quarterback. Right. Hey, that in the past has been a really good running quarterback.
Right.
Which, when you've got a running quarterback, you can get what they call an extra hat in the box. So you're getting an extra guy to block.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, Coach, have a good week. Keep all your boys safe. And girls.
Yes.
You have a girl on the team this year?
I do. Amazing young lady, Haley Provola. She's one of our kickers and does an amazing job for us. There's some special things that Haley can do. Everybody talks about our kicking core, Chadwick.
Yeah.
There are some amazing things that Provola can do, but I can't let that
we're not going to tell anybody.
I can't let that cat out of the bag.
There you go. Hey, every time there's a secret, it might be a win somewhere down the road,
Exactly.
You pull that rabbit out of the hat, and there you go. It's a big W instead of a big L. So, Coach, thanks for being in this morning. Keep your kids well and safe. You have a great staff this year, and everything looked good yesterday. The atmosphere was good, and the tailgate party was a lot of fun, and everybody got excited. And it's just, folks, it's time for Tullahoma Wildcat football. And no matter what else goes on in this city, Tullahoma Wildcat football makes everybody in the same league. No matter what they think about other things, they all love themselves some Wildcats, I guarantee you.
I'll tell you what, we sure appreciate it. And once again, thanks for everybody coming out and everybody tuning in.
Okay.
Be sure to tune in to Charter Channel 193 on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. when John Gray and Coach Coy Sisk go over the game play-by-play. It's also available on our YouTube and Facebook pages. In order to offset some of the extra expenses this fall, Stepping Stones Christian Preschool would like to invite everyone to support their preschool by purchasing fall mums. They are selling 3-gallon mums in yellow, orange, red, white, purple, or tricolor for $20 each. Stepping Stones asks people to please consider offering them to family, friends, co-workers, or neighbors. Stepping Stones Christian Preschool at Highland Hills Church of Christ is located at 720 Kings Lane in Tullahoma, and you can find out how to order the mums by calling them at 931-581-3307. Deadline for orders is September 5th. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Welcome back. At the recent Tullahoma Mayor's Quarterly Planning and Coordinating Committee meeting, Tullahoma Tree Board Representative Ralph Graham gave an update on the gains and losses of Tullahoma's tree canopy.
Everybody's still awake. I'm Ralph Graham, Chairman of the Tree Board, and I do have some good news. That's what you want to hear. Good news, we got a grant from the Tennessee Agricultural Enhancement Program for a matching grant to buy trees for the city. It's a $10,000 grant, $5,000 we'll contribute. And we're going to plant those trees in our arboretum, which is now at level 2. It'll go to level 3, which means 90 species of trees. Not just trees, 90 species of trees. Also, with that grant and a $50,000 contribution, we're going to plant 40 trees in Johnson Lane Recreation Area. That's long been neglected. It has, it's in a floodplain. It just looks terrible, but we're going to have 40 new trees out there. Now the bad news, okay? We're losing our ash trees. The emerald ash borer is attacking all ash trees. I noted that to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen in October of 2019 when we first discovered this insect, which is from Asia, that invaded us. It just attacks ash trees. And after that, I went around the city and looked at public trees, not private, but public, on public property. And I counted 50 ash trees that are going to die. There's, you can do what's called a drenching program. You can add chemicals to it and you can keep it in check. But the cost is prohibitive to do that. So we're going to lose our ash trees. And I want you to be aware of that. I'm going to give you this report that I made, sir. It shows that if you were to do a drenching program, it would cost, for 1 year, it would cost what would be equivalent of taking down all the trees. So that's just cost prohibitive. I don't think we should do that. Second thing is, these ash trees are going to die, and they constitute a public hazard to pedestrians and cars and private buildings. I'll give you an example. The Culberson Funeral Home has magnificent ash trees in the front, and you just look at them, you'll see that they're declining right now. not if, but when they die, they're going to fall. And so we'll have to take proactive measures to keep that from happening. Just to give you a note, the budget for the for Parks and Recreation to take out trees that have died, hazardous trees, is $25,000. To take care, if all the trees were to die in 1 year, that's an unlikely scenario, but it is possible. The city would be facing $26,000. So it would just eat up our budget. So I want you to be aware of that. So when you go out riding around and you see these trees with declining crowns to them, those are likely ash trees. I recently came back from a trip to Hot Springs, and on the way back in the woods of Tennessee, the dead trees were just amazing. Just anywhere you look out there, they're dead trees. So this insect is going to wipe out the ash tree in our nation. So it is bad news, but we can take action to prevent harm to our citizens. And if we have our way, the tree board and Parks and Recs are going to have a planting program that will replace these trees. Some of these trees are 150 years old, so it'll be a while, but we're going to replace these trees and increase the canopy. So that's my news.
We also heard from Ashley Abraham, director of the United Way of Highway 55, at the mayor's quarterly planning and coordinating committee meeting.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Ashley Abraham. I'm the director at United Way of Highway 55. So we've had some fun things happen lately. We started out the school year with Stuff the Bus. And I do want to say thank you to Dr. Stevens for helping with this campaign. But y'all, it took the entire community to do this. So it took businesses, organizations, the chamber, TUA helped, South Jackson helped. So thank you to everyone that was involved. We delivered supplies to every single Tullahoma City school here. So thank you again for that. We definitely have more supplies this year than last year, and I hope this just keeps building. But this helps our, the students and our families in the community prepare for the school year and feel confident. But it also helps our teachers fill their needs too in their classrooms. So thank you guys again. Another note, so we actually are, we chose our 2023 to 2024 fiscal year. We had our allocation cycle. So that means that every year we choose nonprofits to allocate funds to, and that's one of the things that United Way does. 30 nonprofits applied from Coffee, Moore, and Warren counties, and the committee did choose our new partners that will receive funding. We're holding a celebration in the morning at Common John Brewing Company. Great place for a celebration. For our new partners, we'll announce them after that celebration in the morning, and we have put funds aside for our budget for community projects throughout the year. So please keep us in mind for partnerships, because we always want to help our nonprofits and our community continue to thrive. I do want to say a huge thank you to our community, because we couldn't do what we do without you guys. So thank you again.
More news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. In this week's Mayor's Message from Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, Judd sits down with Sheriff Chad Parton.
Welcome to this edition of the Mayor's Message, and I have with me today a great friend and great public servant, Chad Parton. He's our sheriff here in Coffee County, but I want to, as we always do, let him tell a little bit about who he is and what he does and why he does it and how he does it. And we appreciate him very much being here. So, Chad.
Well, thank you, Mayor. It's good being here. Yes, I'm Chad Parton, your Coffee County Sheriff, in my second term as your Coffee County Sheriff, and very appreciative and thankful for that opportunity. And I feel like we've accomplished a lot of good things, and I feel confident about the future.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you've done, we had a busy morning this morning. They had a manhunt this morning. So, you know, being in law enforcement, and of course being the head of a law enforcement agency, you never know how your day is going to go. And that normally means something crazy is happening. And so many days, obviously, I try to call the sheriff sometimes, and he's in a manhunt or a hostage situation or some search warrant or something. So his days are definitely different than ours for the most part, but he does a great job. How many employees do you have over there?
We're close to 140 employees, so I think by your paperwork we're the largest employer besides the school system.
The school system,
yes,
yeah, for sure. So whenever the mayor's office has a major policy initiative they're going to undertake, I always touch base with the sheriff before we do anything, because obviously he's the largest employer. So if we're going to do something that's going to affect him the greatest, so we always try to make sure that he's involved with any decisions we make. Also, you operate the jail here in the county, which is about 400 residents.
That's correct.
Maximum.
We have 400 beds, and so far we've been doing fairly well with our population management. So yes, that is a big undertaking.
So what's your background prior to being elected sheriff 5 years ago? What did you do before that?
Well, 30 years ago I started under Sheriff Freddie Kahn. My chief deputy and I, Frank Watkins, longtime Tullahoma resident, we started about the same time at working in corrections. We've both worked in corrections. I went from corrections. In '94 went to Warren County and worked under a new sheriff up there. Happened to be a Matheny.
Jackie Matheny. I'd claim him if I could. I would claim him if I could. We're not related, but I would.
Yeah, fine man, and really enjoyed my time with him. And during that time, who's now retired, Mr. Billy Cook, and I collaborated on a lot of stuff, and that was the early days of our, unfortunately, of our meth problem in our area, and we worked a lot together on the meth lab productions and shutting those down and working some federal cases there, and which led to me coming in '98, coming back to the 14th Judicial District, which is Coffee County, and working in the District Attorney General's office for General Lane and Director Cook. I spent about 8 years there, and after that I transferred into here in the administrative building. I was the, I guess what you would say, the first EMA/Homeland Security Director after 9/11. They merged those duties. Worked on some pretty big projects here. There was a lot of Homeland Security money coming into the county, and worked on some projects out of there for about 2 years, and then went back into the Coffee County Sheriff's Office as a detective, where I ended up working violent crime and investigations and general investigations after that. And then in 2018 it was decided and made the run for office. But here we are today, and it's had its ups and downs, but I feel that for everything that we've had to fall on, that we've rise to the occasion.
You've done a great job. This is an emerging county as far as population and economics and political stature, and you've done a great job bringing us out of there. And our careers sort of paralleled each other when we were growing up, Freddie Kahn's former partner, was Don Earl, the Alcoholic Beverage Commission. Don got me started in law enforcement back in the early 90s, and I was in the National Guard at the time, worked a lot, and Don Earl was in the unit with me, so that's how I got to know all these folks around here.
And we might get to see another Earl here pretty soon.
Maybe, yeah. I hear one maybe another Earl, his son, maybe coming on board and helping us Homeland Security for the region, and we couldn't have a finer fella.
That's right.
That whole family is incredible people. But Sheriff, thank you for what you do. People, I don't think they ever fully understand what a sheriff does, but I know he's a great speaker too. He'd love to be at your Rotary clubs or your exchange clubs or anything else. He loves public speaking, so he would do a great job at that too. But we want to thank you, all the viewers, and all the citizens of Coffee County for sending good folks like Chad up here to serve, and we will look forward to you next week in the Mayor's Message. Thanks.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Welcome back. Tennessee residents are allowed to hunt without a license on Saturday, August 26th, which just happens to coincide with the opening day of squirrel season. Free Hunting Day is an event the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency annually provides in hopes of increasing interest in hunting. Squirrel hunting is one of Tennessee's oldest and favorite traditions. The day serves as an excellent opportunity for people to experience the enjoyment of the sport. The TWRA encourages regular hunters to introduce friends and family members, young and old, to the outdoor sport. It is also an excellent opportunity for people who have not tried hunting in a while to be reintroduced to the sport. In addition to the opening of squirrel season, the 3-day archery only on private lands only antlered deer hunt is set for August 25th through the 27th. The only exception is in Unit CWD, where guns and muzzle loaders are allowed and select public lands are open for hunting. On Free Hunting Day, state resident hunters are exempt from hunting licenses and Wildlife Management Agency permit requirements. Many of the managed areas are open to hunters seeking public access on August 26th. Hunters are asked to check the information for specific Wildlife Management Agency areas in the 2023-24 Tennessee Hunting and Trapping Guide. Sportsmen are required to ask for permission to hunt on private lands they do not own. The TWRA offers a reminder that hunter education requirements are not waived for Free Hunting Day. Anyone born on or after January 1st, 1969 is required to have successfully completed a hunter education course. An apprentice license is required for those born on or after January 1st, 1969 if the hunter education course has not been completed. This license exempts the hunter from the mandatory hunter education law for 1 year from the date of purchase, but may only be purchased for up to 3 consecutive years during the lifetime of the hunter. Those under 10 years of age do not need a hunter education certificate, but must be accompanied by an adult at least 21 years of age who must remain in a position to take immediate control of the hunting device. Hunters can harvest up to 10 squirrels a day from the opening day of squirrel season through March 15th of next year. The season ending date was extended last year from the final day of February by the Tennessee Fish and Wildlife Commission. Each hunting day begins a half hour before sunrise and ends a half hour after sunset. For more information about hunting in Tennessee, Visit TWRA's website at tn.gov and search for TWRA or contact your nearest TWRA regional office. And in closing, if you missed out on the summer movies or just want to watch your favorite one, you're in luck because it's National Cinema Day this Sunday, August the 27th. And most theaters across the country are offering tickets for only $4. The National Cinema Foundation in a statement said, quote, "Building on the unprecedented success of last year's inaugural National Cinema Day, the Cinema Foundation is calling on film fans across the country to gather for a national day to celebrate the magic of the movies on the big screen. The second annual National Cinema Day celebrates the power of movies to bring us all together, and discounted admissions for all movies at participating U.S. theaters in all formats, including premium large format screens, will be no more than $4, end quote. In addition to Regal 8 in Tullahoma, approximately 30,000 screens across 3,000 locations are expected to take part in the one-day event, according to the Cinema Foundation, the nonprofit organizing event. Popular cinema chains, including AMC Theaters and Regal Movies, have also announced their participation in the event and are even offering discounted popcorn. To buy tickets or see a list of participating theaters, visit nationalcinemaday.org or your local movie theater's website or app. And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
One thing about Parkview, we could bring our animal out there with us.
It would have been a deal breaker if we had not been able to take Gracie.
Yeah, we would not have gone.
If you want to do something, there's something to do most of the day. You shouldn't get bored.
I really enjoy my life here at Parkview. I really choose what I want to do. We have a wonderful library with hundreds of books that I love. It is a wonderful place.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 2007 at 100 degrees. Record low was in 1923 at 51 degrees. The average high for this day is 86, and the average low is 66. Mostly clear for tonight with a low of 72. Sunny skies for Friday with a high of 95 and a low of 71, and sunny skies for Saturday with a high of 95 and a low of 70. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe and have a great evening.